What's up, amigos? I'm Primo, I'm the Woods, and today we're doing the Brower Trail at Itasca Lake State Park. It's one of my favorites here. Absolutely beautiful. You got a whole nice view of the lake the entire time you're walking. It's about 3/4 of a mile. The hike starts at this cool little place called the Peace Pipe Vista. It's a little area with a nice monument telling you some of the history of the area. That's pretty cool. We got a beautiful view up here, some nice pine trees. You can see the lake a little bit. When we come down these stairs, as you'll see, there's another little vantage point down there at the beautiful view of the lake. And down there is where the trail itself actually starts. All right, amigos, we made it to the cool little vantage point down at Peace Pipe Vista. Got a beautiful view out here. Beautiful day out, not too much wind, perfect temperature. Got the Brower Trail starts right over here. It's only about 3/4 of a mile. We'll get that going. As you can see, unfortunately, there's a lot of storm damage from all the recent storms. They're doing a great job at picking everything up, getting it all chopped up and out of your way, but hopefully that stuff will be all gone soon enough. Unfortunately, this whole summer is probably going to have a lot of logs and stuff in just about all the trails, but don't worry, it doesn't affect the trail much at all. Still absolutely beautiful. Got pretty good views for most of it. In terms of storm damage, this here is about the worst. It's just a big pine tree that's about 4 or 5 feet off the ground there. Not terrible, but you gotta duck under it to get through. But that is about the worst. Quite a bit of damage. I know they're working on the cleanup efforts here at the park. A lot of employees working hard to get that taken care of. But yeah, some pretty big damages out here on the Brower Trail. If you're looking to get out here and hike this trail, it's a very easy trail. There is quite a bit of damage, but none of it blocks the trail. It's for almost the whole trail, you're walking along the lake here on this little ledge. You can pretty much always see the lake from the trail. It's absolutely beautiful. There's plenty of nice views about the whole way. I think towards the end it cuts into the forest a little bit more, but for a good 80% of the trail you're able to see the lake through the trees. Some parts it opens up a little bit more, so you get a bit better of a view, but even with the tree cover, it's absolutely beautiful. Doesn't get much better than this. One of my favorite parts about this whole area is the amount of conifers. Conifers, in case anybody didn't know, there's two main types of trees, coniferous and succulent. Succulent trees are trees that have leaves, like anything with a big flat leaf. It's like this right here. Anything with a nice flat leaf is called a succulent. Conifers, on the other hand, are something like pine trees, spruce trees, fir trees, anything that has a needle on it. Also known as evergreens because they stay green all year. Succulents are the ones that turn brown in the fall and lose all their leaves. Since we're talking about conifers, there's three main types of conifers: pines, spruce, and firs. Good way to tell them apart is by their needles. A pine tree is going to have those nice long needles, just like these. This here is off a pretty young pine, so it doesn't do a great job of showing it, but it's got these big long needles to it, and they all kind of go in bunches. There'll be a bunch of little branches coming off the main branch with their own little bunch of needles. Fir and spruce trees tend to just have a bunch of little needles coming straight off the branches themselves, rather than those bunches like on the pine trees. Now, I will say, spruce and fir do look extremely similar, but the best way you can tell them apart is by the needles themselves. This here is the needles off of a white spruce. As you can see, they're pointy and come straight off the branch. Fir trees are going to have the same type of needles, where it looks like that whole Christmas tree type of look, where they're coming straight off the branch and they're all an inch or two long. But the difference is a spruce tree, each of its little needles are square-like. So if you took a cross section of that needle, it'd be almost a perfect square. That means you can roll it really easily in your fingers. A fir tree is going to have flatter needles. So that's the best way to tell them apart. Roll them in between your fingers. If it's flat, it's a fir. If it's got a square, it's a spruce. Now this trail is, for the most part, very easy to walk. It's pretty flat, not much elevation change, but in some parts there are these rocks here. Looks like we got some cool little red mushrooms going on this trail. Not sure what kind they are, but we're gonna leave them alone just in case. Some more cool little mushrooms. Again, we wanna leave them alone just in case they're poisonous. You never can be too safe. Now, towards the end of this trail, we get to a little boardwalk here. It's not a huge one, there's no rails or anything, but it is a little boardwalk to help you get across some of these muddier paths where the water kind of collects. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with y'all. It's a cool little spot. Alright folks, we just made it to the best view on Broward Trail. Right here, just towards the end, I think we're about 3/4 of the way through this trail. We made it to the first truly open area on this trail where you can really get a good view of the lake. It's absolutely beautiful, especially when it's nice and sunny out like this, clear day. Like I said earlier, there's a bunch of these little spots throughout the trail where it opens up a bit and you get a good view of the lake. It's pretty nice, but you do want to watch your step. It is a little bit steep of a drop off there. You don't want to go in the lake. another cool thing I thought I'd point out about this trail is if bears are something you're worried about, which it really shouldn't be in an area with only black bears, but of course it does freak some people out, which is completely understandable. This trail here, Broward Trail, is probably one of the safest bear-free trails, at least, just because of the location in reference to the other campgrounds, and then you're on this hill with the lake right next to you, so it's not exactly somewhere the bears are going to be hanging out looking for food. So yeah, if you're worried about bears, this is probably the trail you're looking for. Well, amigos, we made it to the end of Broward Trail. This was an awesome hike, very short one, only 3/4 of a mile, but like I said, probably one of the prettiest trails in all of Itasca State Park. If you're a quick walker, you can get there and be done in 20 minutes. So certainly just a little walk, not much of a hike, but very nice views. First half of the hike, it's absolutely beautiful being in all the evergreen trees. It's like a pine wonderland with a beautiful lake right next to you. Then on the second half of our trail, it's really pretty for the views. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe. Remember to check out my Instagram, also called Primo in the Woods. I'll be posting a shorter version of this video, mainly just with the views, a couple quick extra things, under 3 minutes so I can reach more people. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you check out this trail. It's one of my favorites at the park. But yeah, have fun hiking.